results from the particular questions. Clear? So we need to express these things in a question form, so that we can post to the database. Okay, of course, nowadays even we are getting the voice conversion also. We need not type. We can directly ask the question. That question the voice will be converted into the query. The query will be given to the database and it will gives us the answer even in the voice. Clear? Right. So basically, say for example, once again, in the last class, we are having a set of tables. In particularly that S1 and S2 are representing the sailor's information at 2 different times. Okay. The only thing is in the first we are having 3 different sailors. Okay. Where in the second table we are having the 4 different sailors, where the common is Rusty, okay, and Luber. Okay, here the duster is not present in the second table. Similarly, Epi and Guppy are not present in the first table. Okay, but the result containing same number of rows, same number of columns, or same type of columns. Okay, that means there is a similarity between S1 instance and S2 instance. What is the similarity? Both tables came from the same table, maybe at different times, so that both tables contains same number of columns, same type of columns. Okay. Similarly, we are having one more table who reserved that boats by the sailors. Okay, on a specific day. Right. So this is the data we are going to consider in the coming class. Okay. Right. So what is the set operators? We are having in particularly 4 different types of set operators, which works between 2 result sets or 2 data sets. Data set means original table with data. Result set means the result extracted from a table upon given a query, upon asking a query. Clear? Right. Union, we are having 4 different types of set operators. First is union, so that using the union you can identify 2 different results and combine together into a single result. Here we are not adding anything, it is addition of 2 results. Okay, not addition of 2 values. We want to add together 2 different set of results. Okay, so like I told you, those who reserved the red votes, whoever is interested. Similarly, I want to know, along with the red votes, I want to know who reserves the green votes also. Clear? Similarly, intersection means 2 results. In the 2 results, I need to find out the common thing between 2 results. Okay, that will be identified using the intersect operation between 2 different results. In the next coming labs, we will work out with a variety of queries. Okay, and we'll see what is the solutions for those things. Maybe for us, the labs will be conducted separately after this theory classes. Maybe in that particular labs, we need to learn as many as possible combinations, right? Okay. Third is the set difference operation. What is the set difference means? I want to identify the results in the first question, but the content should not present in the second question's answers. Okay, it should be alone, should present in the first result only. Okay, I want the sailors who reserved red boat only. Even though they reserved the red boat, if any sailor reserved other green boat or blue boat or yellow boat, is not eligible. I want to know only, they have to stick strictly only red boat. If they reserved any other boat, I don't want. Okay, So here the set difference operation is, I want to find out a result. I want to find out a result which is eligible only for the question number 1, but they are not eligible for the question number 2 and onwards. Okay, right. Sometimes, okay, I want to compare each and every result value, in one table with each and every result value in other table. Okay, I want to compare because we are having the 60 students, say for example, something I want to identify, compare with all 60 students, subject wise. Then the here thing is, we can't compare all subject at the same time with all subjects in all others. That is the reason I picked a subject maybe English, compare the English with all others, English value only. Then finally I will make a conclusion. Next I go with the maths value. I will compare with the maths value with all others. Okay, this is the basically what is the 4 different types of set operators. First is, I need to simply add result from first question. I will explain once again all this with the other slides. Okay, here union means I want to find out the result 1 and result 2. I want to simply add this result 1 and result 2. I want to talk together with the result 1 and result 2. When come to the intersection, it indicates, is there any commonality between result 1 and result 2? So third is set difference is, strictly I want to apply some conditions. It should present in the first result, but it should not present in the second result. Cross product is the product where I want to compare each and every value in first table with each and every value in the other table. There are the maybe basic questions, the requirements. Okay, right. So first of all, we'll see what is the meaning of union. What are the necessary conditions whenever you want to use this union or other set operations? Let we identify, we are having the 2 different result instances, okay, are basically 2 tables as I shown you, okay, S1 and S2. Let we call first result as R. In generally, in the remaining portion of the syllabus, we talk with reference to 2 different names. I can't say S1, S2, S3. Instead of S1, S2, S3, I may be comfortable with R, S, T, maybe U, V, W like. Okay, let we call S1 as R, S2 as S. Okay, this is a terminology we generally use. Okay, let we are having the 2 result sets or relation instances R and S related to a set of tuples, okay, occur in a specific instance. Okay, occur in a specific instance. Either the data will be taken from the relation instance R or from the relation instance S, or both may be from the same table, but 2 different instances. Both R and S, we expect a different result values. It may come from the same table. Okay, but whenever you want to compare R with S, whenever you want to compare the result R with the result S, okay, what is the condition? They must be union compatible. They must be union compatible. Okay, what is the meaning of union compatible? What are the number of columns in the R? It must present in the S, and the data type of R must be data types of S. Okay, so that the schema of result is defined to be identical. So that schema to be defined is identical like that. Say for example, in this particular slide, we are having the figure 4.1, 4.2, 4.8, 4.9, 4.10. 4.1, 4.2 are nothing but S1 and S2 of same table. Okay, I can say that table 4.1 or the table S1 and table S2 both are union compatible. I can say table S1 and table S2 both are union compatible because both are having similar number of columns, and both in the particular sequence, all the values are of same domain from the same data type. Here first value is SID, here the first value is SID of the same type. Second value is SNAME, here the second value is SNAME, both are same type. The third is rating both type. Okay, here the data type must be same, but the names can be different. Be careful, because in the previous examples I told you, whenever we are declaring this particular table, getting data, I said S1 dot SID, SID value from S1 table, S1 dot SNAME, SNAME value from S1 table. Similarly, S2 dot SNAME, S2 name from SNAME value from S2 table. Okay, so names can be different, but all must be similar, same number of columns of same type. Okay, then we can say both are union compatible. Whatever the result we are getting from table S1 can be compared with whatever result coming from S2. Okay, can be compatible or can be comparable. Okay, that is the meaning of union compatible. So the relation instances are said to be union compatible. The relation instances are said to be union compatible. Okay, if the following conditions are held. What is the conditions? Have the same number of fields. Have same number of fields. Both S1 and S2, we can say union compatible when both are should have same number of fields. Okay. Second, okay. Corresponding fields, the last point, corresponding fields taken in the order from left to right have same domains. Domain means data type. Corresponding fields taken in the order from left to right must have same domain or data type. Okay, corresponding values SID, SNAME, SNAME, rating, age must be of same data type. Then we can say both are union compatible. What is the advantage? We can say union compatible. Okay, I want to combine, say for example, S1 and S2 here. In relation instance S2, all the values above 5 only. Okay, then we are getting S2. So for example, S1 is the indication only values occurred particularly maybe greater than 7, so that 5 is not available. Clear? So the thing is, but I want to join, maybe based on some condition we got S1, based on some other condition we got S2. We want to combine the results from S1 and result S2. What it indicates, I want to join, I want to add table S1 with table S2. Because table S1 is for some result, table S2 is for some result from maybe from the same table. Okay, I want to join these two. I want to add these two values together. Clear? Right. It simply adds all values from the first table. All values from the first table, maybe Dustin, Luber, Rusty, and it takes the remaining values which are not present in the first table, remaining values which are not present in the first table into the result. Okay, because Dustin, okay, so for example here, FP is not present in the first table, so it was participated in the result. So next Luber, it is there, so it is not came into the result once again. Luber is already present previously in the result, so the Luber is not repeated. That means duplicates will be automatically eliminated. Duplicates will be automatically eliminated. Okay, then Guppy not present in the first table, so added in the result. Okay, then come to the Rusty. Rusty is already present in the first table, so it is also eliminated. So what it is doing, it is combined the values from the table 1 and values from the table 2 and eliminated the duplicate values and eliminated the duplicate values. Okay, that is the meaning of union of table 1 with table 2, union of table 1 and table 2. Be careful, it is not simply the table or table values. The table S1 is of some result for some question. Table S2 is some table for some question. Clear? Answer for some question. We are adding two answers together into single answer, right? So that is the meaning of union. Whenever you want union, it must be union compatible. The same thing should be with the remaining operations also. Now we'll take intersection. What is the meaning of intersection? It returns a relation instance. Intersection means it creates like a union, it creates a third table. Like intersection, it takes a third table containing all tuples that occur in both table R and table S. Both in table R and table S. What it is meaning? Say for example, I want intersection. I want to identify common values between S1 and S2. I want to identify common values in S1 and S2. Okay. So automatically, previously the duplicates were eliminated in the union, whereas here we are identifying the duplicate values. Whenever we are identifying the difference, we are identifying common values. The S1 results and S2 results. Okay. So what is the duplicate values? The Luber and Rusty. The Luber and Rusty are duplicate values. Hence, it was not participate early in the union operation, but those duplicate values now present in the S1 intersect with the S2. Okay, that is the meaning of operation intersection. Okay, so whenever you want to eliminate the duplicates, we use union operation. Whenever you want to identify the duplicate values only, you will use our common values generally. Okay, we use intersection. Okay, now we'll identify the set difference. What is the meaning of set difference? The values must be occur in the R, but it should not occur in the S. If you say R minus S, R minus S means the value must present in the R, but it should not present in the R. Strictly, whenever you want to identify the results are participating in the first question only, but it should not in the second question. Okay, if the second question is having any specific value, it doesn't require. The only thing is I want the values from the first question only, but the result should not appear anywhere else. So the set difference between S1 and S2, say for example Dustin, okay, it is available in the S1 but it is not available in the S2, so we included in the result. But when come to the Luber, it is available both in the first result and second result also, hence it is rejected. And also Rusty, it is available in the first result and the second result also, hence it is also rejected. We are not at all considering FP and GAP because those two are not part of the first question. Those two are not part of the first question. We want to identify results only from the first question, but it should not from the other questions, and it should not present in the other questions also. Okay, that means like those sailors who reserves only red board, not reserved any other board, only red. If you say only, then we can say set difference. Okay, right. The other thing, finally, we'll come to the cross product. What is the meaning of cross product means? Sometimes we want to consider all results from the first table, okay, all fields of the R, okay, it returns relation instance whose schema contains all fields of R, followed by all fields of S. Okay, ante first question lo ఉన్న result మొత్తం రావాలి, second question లో ఉన్న result మొత్తం రావాలి. But unlike union, each and every tuple or each and every row in the first table will be joined with each and every row in the second table. I will show you. Okay, so the resulting table contains tuples in the form of R comma S. R comma S. What is the meaning of R comma S? Means each and every tuple contains all fields from the relation R followed by all fields from the relation S. Okay, that is the combination of each and every row in the result table. Okay, so here in the result table we combining all values. Maybe we may apply some conditions. That condition we will see later. But in particularly whenever you are performing this cross product operation, we are joining all values in the first table with all values in the second table. If you are do this particular thing, we call it as a cross product. Say for example, you are having the S1 and S2 and R1 tables previously. Okay, let we identify a cross product between table S1 and table R1. Okay, what it is doing here, each and every tuple first from the first table. In the first table we are having the three rows. First row contains 22, Dustin 7, 45. Second row contains 31, Luber 8, 55. Third row contains 58, Rusty 10, 35. Similarly, table number 2 contains reserves table, 2 rows. First row is containing 22, 101, day 10 of 96. Second row contains 58, 103, 11 of 12, 96. Okay, it is what it is doing. It is taking the first row, okay, from the first table and join with all the rows in the second table. So, like here, say for example, 22, Dustin 7, 45 is the first row value from the first table. It is joined with all the two rows, 22, 101, 10. Once again, that Dustin 7, 45 is repeated because there is one more row is there here. So the first row is joined with the second 2 rows in the reserves table. Okay, so this particular part is indicating first row is repeated twice from the first table, joined with the 2 rows in the second table. Similarly, 31 Luber 8 is repeated twice, joined with 2 rows in the second table. Okay, 22, 101 once, then 58, 103. Same ID values for definitely, because here we are just considering here only how to join one table with other table. Okay, we are not at all considering any other conditions. We'll see later in the next class how to handle these duplicate values. Okay, here we are joining each and every row from the first table with each and every row with the second table. Here union compatibility is not necessary. We just copying each and every row from the first table with each and every row in the second table. Okay, that is the reason. As the first table contains 3 rows, second table contains 2 rows, the combination of this particular Cartesian product contains multiplication of number of rows in the first table with the number of rows in the second table. Let the number of rows in the first table is n, number of rows in the second table is m. The result will produce always n into m number of rows with all columns. Later we'll see, because this particular table is containing SID with the same name, how to handle this SID of column number 1, SID of column number 5. Okay, right. So if you are getting this particular data, sometimes we require but it takes huge time. It takes huge time. Be careful. Okay, that is the reason we handle the Cartesian products separately in a different way. Okay, based on our all the remaining question and answers, based on these operations only, how you are going to handle, right? Similarly, we in the last class, I think we are already identified the rename. Okay, here it is not necessary. We are identifying sometimes you can say, for example, SID1, like in the previous case, after getting the Cartesian product, okay, first name is also SID, second name also SID. Okay, we are getting a doubt also. Can we have the same table, two columns have with the same name? Okay, or same ID values. Okay, inside ID value is different, but whenever you want to deal with this particular thing, okay, we will get a confusion whether SID value is from the column number 1 or from the column number 5. Then we can use the rename operation, rename, okay, getting the particular table name. C means the table name, the resulting table name, Cartesian product table. C means Cartesian product table, where I am renaming first column as SID1, fifth column as SID2. So that now the table is containing 8 different columns, okay, or 7 different columns with 7 different names. 7 different names. That is the purpose of using rename. The rename we can use not only for the Cartesian products, but also with reference to single table also we can utilize. Okay, so we can perform this renaming operation whenever we are getting a resulting table containing same type of names with the same domain values. What we are doing simply, in the left hand side of this arrow, old name, right side we are having the new name. If you are renaming more than one column, we are using comma operator. Okay, it is just comma operator, not semicolon. Okay, we can use comma operator. So the old value can be renamed with this rename operator. Okay, right. So with it we can conclude this Cartesian products or this set operators. In the next class, we'll identify once again. Today, in the previous class, we identified the basic operations, how to get rows, how to get columns, combinations. In this class, we identified how to get results from a set of values or set of questions. In the next class, we identified, because a new thing is a Cartesian product. How to handle this Cartesian product? Simply we can say how to join result 1 with result 2. How to join result 1 with result 2, not only with simply union or difference or okay, but also how to join each and every value from first table with each and every value in the second table. That is the topic of joins. That is the topic of joins. Okay, it little bit we need to expand this particular thing, but mostly we can practice even in the labs the joining operations. All our basic operations are from the next class. Okay, right. If you are having any doubts, ask me. Otherwise, give me your attendance. Okay, it is only 3 more minutes only.